Delighted to welcome the patent professor to the show, Mr. John Rizvi. How are you, sir?
Yes, good. Always a pleasure to be here.
Always good to have you. So a few months ago, we were looking at a song that could have been produced by Drake, shall we say, but was entirely produced by AI. And, of course, artists are really concerned about this. Can they protect themselves?
Well, they're certainly trying, and unfortunately, the existing laws are not really made for AI, right? The U.S. Constitution is where the basis for patent and trademark and copyright laws comes into play, and this is just new technology that's taken everyone by storm. The laws are trying to catch up. Tennessee's recently passed an act, the Ensuring Likeness, Voice, and Image Security Act, and the acronym stands for ELVIS. And that's really to protect songwriters against these dangers of artificial intelligence, like deep fakes, complete songs, audio that's not even their real voice. It's completely synthesized by machines. And now they've gotten so sophisticated that even the likeness, I mean, they could even include video, and it looks real. It's in many cases hard to distinguish from the actual artist.
Right. You know, I mean, the same technology you're talking about, but used for far more nefarious purposes. AOC, I'm not a big fan of AOC, but she's going through Twitter, and she comes across what looks like her committing a sex act. Nobody should have to deal with that, but she had to deal with it. We live in a very, very strange age that can be a thing. And as you point out, I don't know that we've got the laws to stop it.
And we don't. Are they eventually going to catch up? Yes, I'm sure of that. Is the technology then going to bounce ahead to something even different? Beyond image and likeness. I mean, who's to say? I mean, but it's a serious problem. I think since the last time I was on, Tom Hanks had to come forward and disclaim that a dental plan is not endorsed by him. And there's a deep fake dental plan that appears to be Tom Hanks in the advertisement, like promoting it. He's like, well, wait a minute, I have, I didn't even know about this. It's not me.
Mm.
And,
yep.
But not too many, but the damage is already done. That's the toughest part, especially if it's something that they don't want to be associated with. Other risks as we get closer to the election, and this is the worry of sabotage, not just by the political parties, but perhaps even by supporters putting out deep fake video and audios of candidates that they don't like to try to sabotage their campaign. And the worry is if it happens on the eve of the election, there may not be enough time for voters to really even sort through what's real and what's not.
Right, and it doesn't even have to be the candidates involved at all, or even people who support them. This could come from overseas. It could come from Russia. It could come from North Korea. It could come from China. I mean, all those things are possible, and we really have to be on alert. So the likes of Taylor Swift, right, who is out with her album right now, which is breaking every kind of record that you can break. Interestingly, most of them held by her to begin with. There's so much audio of her out there right now, and so much video of her out there right now. I'm imagining it would be fairly easy for an AI at this point to create a Taylor Swift-style song and have something that looks remarkably like Taylor Swift singing it.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I don't doubt the technology already exists to do that. There's an app, I can't even remember what it is, that allows you to write down what you want President Obama, former President Obama or former President Trump to say, a message, and it will create a video. And I tried it, and it was like a happy birthday video. If you want the former president to wish you a happy birthday, the audio sounds exactly like the former president, and the video, you cannot tell that it's AI generated. So these are absolutely serious risks from a political standpoint, from a privacy standpoint for the artists, and certainly from a commercial standpoint like this. If Tom Hanks actually were to endorse a dental plan, there would be money exchanged, right? He would be compensated for the use of his voice and image, and the fact that didn't happen. In this case, it wasn't a sex act or anything that's damaging to his reputation, but certainly loss of revenue, and maybe he just doesn't want to be associated with.
I mean, right? That's a real thing, John. I endorse things, but I'm always asked first. I always look into who it is, what it is. We don't just endorse things on this show without going through that process. And so, if suddenly there's some AI of me endorsing something that I don't use and would never use, it's not good. John Rizvi, the patent professor, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry we have much less time in the mornings than in the afternoons, my friend. So I've got to go. He is the patent professor, and you can find out more about him if you have something you want patented. Then go check out the patent professor. John, thanks very much. We'll talk again.